So, welcome back to the channel. I'm here today with Andy and his R33 GTR. We're just going to have a quick look around it and discuss why you bought it and what you've done to it and what your plans are. And cool. So, I've known Andy for quite a long time now.
Yeah, it's over about 10 years.
10 years,
something like that.
So I think the first time we met was like at a MCR VTech meet in Manchester.
Yeah, the West one.
Yeah,
I remember that.
So we've both met each other when we were like really into Hondas.
Didn't I meet you when you had an EP3?
I think it was before that. I think
Was it?
I think I had a black. No, I had a red EG hatch. Do you remember? Because you came through to So I had a red EG hatch, and at that time, I can remember for as long as we both pretty much wanted an NSX or a Skyline.
Yeah, they were the days.
Yeah, so 10 years later, here we are. And
dreams can come true.
Yeah, so just talk us a little bit about why you bought the car and how you came to acquire it.
Well, first off, I went from the Honda scene over to Nissan, went to the dark side. I bought two 350s, and I kind of got bored of the 350 just because it was sort of bang for buck. It was quite expensive. So then I started looking around, and these were at a sort of fairly cheap sort of level at the time. So I thought, you know what, while they're sort of at the cheap,
just before the boom.
Yeah, just before they go up, I'm gonna get one because then I've owned my dream car.
Yeah. Because you went from a K20 EM1.
Yeah,
EM1.
which you filmed for the heavy set.
Yeah, so I'll stick a link to that at the end of the video. And then you had a grey 350Z.
Yeah.
Then a black 350Z, which you did a bit more to, didn't you?
Yeah, I stuck deep dish work wheels on it, dovetail, things like that.
Yeah. So yeah, now we've got the GTR. You've not had it that long. How long have you had it now?
About a year now.
Yeah, about a year. So yeah, we'll just walk around it now and see what's been done to it already. You haven't actually done much to it yet, have you?
Not much. I've just put my own sort of personal touches on it and stuff like that.
It 100% looks a lot cleaner than it did when you first got it.
Oh yeah, it was full of rust.
Yeah. So we'll start with inside. Just jump it. Do you want to jump in and
Yeah, I can do. So basically, as we start off, all the centerpieces have been retrimmed in leather and red stitch, just to go with the GTR theme because it's black, red, and silver as it is.
Yeah.
It's got a Apexi FC Commander with D-Jetro ECU, full standalone. It's got the AEM Yugo wideband. It's got a Defi boost gauge as well as the OEM one. It's got a Blitz dual SBC, that's the boost controller, and a FET turbo timer. Genuine Nismo gear knob, and that's about it really for the inside. It's got the optional Carazia sound system. Well, that's probably a bit outdated now, so it's one of them, but it still sounds good really for 96.
It's because I had the gathered speakers in my Prelude, and actually, like, it's surprising how well they've held out. Like the optional speakers, they still perform pretty well.
That's what I mean. You put them to some sort of modern Pioneers and stuff like that, and they're still just as good and really nice sounding. I mean, I'm not one for subwoofers and stuff like that, and they sound perfect. Yeah, nice and crisp.
Right. So yeah, other than the controllers and the boost and the gauges and stuff, it's pretty stock inside at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, I've just ordered a Energy Boss kit and quick release from the guys at H-Tune, so that's Ralph and Josh. Cheers, lads. And then I'm still undecided on wheels, so I'm either thinking red personal Grinter Suede or the Vertex Dish Labyrinth.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking how close it will be to the stalks distance-wise.
You've got quite it's quite a thick wheel though anyway, isn't it? Like the back of it goes back quite far. Right, so under the bonnet, it's far from stock.
Yeah.
So just talk us through what you've done on under here, or has been, because it wasn't stock when you bought it, was it? It was on
no, it was already
turbo.
had the single turbo conversion done, but that's part of what I was going to do to it anyway.
Yeah.
The main issues really what I had with it were the boost clamps. So I've replaced those all the way round on the intercooler and pipework side for Michelor type, so obviously it's a stronger clamp as well.
Yeah.
I've painted the covers a custom colour purple. It's got a bit of a pearl blend to it.
And you've actually painted those yourself, haven't you? You've done all that. And it's like a mega finish. It's really nice.
It's a bit dusty, but
yeah.
Yeah, it had a big pig nose type sort of air filter on it when I got it as well, so I had to change that off and have the intercooler pipe redone. Obviously, it's, from what I remember on the spec sheet, it's got the Nismo fuel pressure regulator. It's got SAD 850 injectors. Don't quote me on that. I think there might be actually 800s. The main part of it, what I've actually spent money's on, like all restoration, because the front panel was really rotten. So was the tubs and the strut tops, which are really common for going.
Yeah. But
the guys at the GTR shop sorted that right out for me. It's got the, internally wise, it's got the ARP conrod bolts, head bolts, girdle bolts, so it's all reinforced. It's got a Cometic 1.5mm head gasket, so obviously with a single turbo, because it's a lot more pressure at once rather than two small ones, it builds up gradually. It'll cope with it better. It's got a custom manifold and a whole set HX35. 3.5-inch turbo back exhaust.
Yeah, so that's like under the bonnet is where it's probably had the most significant work done so far, isn't it? It's
yeah, that and rust remedial stuff really.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other bits that I want to do, like obviously refurbish all the lights and stuff like that, because I'm not too happy about like where it's all deep sort of blacking there.
Yeah, can you split? I'm guessing you can split the lenses off these.
It's fairly simple. It's like, you remember back in the day when you used to do EK9 headlights? It's pretty similar to that, really.
Put them in the oven like I did with my micro ones last week.
Yeah, exactly that.
Wait until my mum goes on holiday. Stick them in the oven.
So she can't complain when the smell comes.
Yeah.
Another thing what's been done to this, it's been converted to mathless, so it's got a map sensor built into the wing there.
Oh right, I've never noticed that.
There's a little sort of cheeky conversion. Little bits and bats really. Dual SBC ports down there.
Yeah, because most people on these convert to Z32. Maths,
yeah,
don't they?
well now was what's common R35 maths.
Oh right, I didn't know
that people are doing that now. Yeah. Apparently they take up to like higher horsepowers than the Z32s.
Yeah.
Apparently, but
right, cool. Let's walk around it and have a look at the outside. So yeah, start at the front. We'll work our way around and just talk us around what's been done on the outside.
Front, it's got the, if you can notice in the two centre vents there, they're actual genuine Nissan M1 vents. It's had the Series 3 bottom splitter put on, and the nose bonnet lip has been done as well. In terms of obviously aftermarket parts, there's not a lot on the outside really, it's just OEM plus parts.
Yeah.
Wheels wise, they're Rotor GTRs. They are 18x9.5 ET20, I think.
Yeah.
P0s on the front, Yokohamas on the back. Soon to be changed for a full set of 8008s. I've repainted the Brembos as well. That's the custom purple that I've done with a bit of purple metal flake in there as well. Ataki wheel nuts, MSU discs. Nismo pads. Once the brakes get warm, there's stop on pennies really.
Yeah.
I've got the Nismo B-pillar trims and the spoiler blade trims as well. I was on the hunt for those and I seen a set at Jackfest, so I was like, take my money.
Yeah.
I just wanted them.
They make a big difference, those spoiler trims as well. I think
Yeah.
that's what the one thing you've changed on the car that's made it like really look
10 times better.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Such a small detail, but it does make a big difference.
That's it. I mean, it's just splits all the white up here and there.
Yeah. What exhaust is it running?
It's got a Kakimoto. Can't remember the name of it now. I think it's called a Kakimoto N1 Mega Premium.
Okay.
It's a
Proper
bit of a mouthful.
Proper Japanese name.
That's it. But yeah, besides that, the back's absolutely OEM. I've just tilted the spoiler down slightly because I just like the look of it.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with handling whatsoever. A lot of things what's been done on, generally on R33s, they lock out the high cast.
Yeah.
And that's been done on this with a set of Driftworks arms.
Oh right, yeah.
And then it's had a full fast road setup as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it handles really nice.
So yeah, you've got no four-wheel steering now. Then?
No, because what I tend to find, like with a couple of the owners, they tend to have, like when you go around a corner and then it like corrects it for you.
Yeah.
You end up sort of fighting it.
Yeah.
And then it sort of swings you out, and then you go broadside.
Yeah, but the four-wheel steer still works on my R32, and it's quite scary. Like when you go around a corner and.
I can imagine it's really sharp around the corner.
It feels like it's losing its back end, but it's still got loads more grip left in it. It's a really strange feeling.
That's it. We've got to mention as well that this is a vspec, so it's got like all the optional LSD and stuff like that. But yeah, it's on HKS coilovers as well, the D-Max type.
Yeah.
They're not too bad, I think, but a lot of people think they're really rock hard.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of reviews on the Skyline forum, and people don't rate them, but
yeah,
I always find that with coilovers, it's personal preference. You'll always find that one person doesn't like them, and somebody.
That's
it's
it.
one of you just have to try them. It was the same when I bought my BC coilovers for my Prelude. There were so many mixed reviews, and then when I got them, I absolutely loved them. They were really nice coilover.
It's like my yellow speeds I had on the Black 350. I mean, a lot of people at the time were slating yellow speed for some reason. I don't know why, but I bet the bullet had fitted them, and they were perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, I had solid ones off eBay.
Yeah.
And they were on my last 350, and they were absolutely rock hard. They would have broke your teeth pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, my advice to anyone who's just going to buy coilovers, go out with someone who's got the coilovers that you want to buy and try them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then make your judgment on it from there.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks for showing us around. We'll grab some footage of it now and do a little montage.
Cool.